What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the Soul Therapy YouTube channel. Today we're doing some Black Friday shopping. Let's see what we come up on. The holiday season is officially upon us, and you know what that means. More deals on sneakers. Hope you guys have been enjoying time with family and hopefully some good eats as well. This video we're starting off in a brand new location I've never been before. This is the Soul House in Elmhurst, Illinois. They had a couple steals lined up for Black Friday. Unfortunately, I was looking to pick up some Jordan 5 Stealths that they had marked at $30, but they were gone because I came a little too late. And that happens, and to be honest, I really don't need more sneakers, but that's not gonna stop me from wanting more. Anyways, they had a great selection of kicks here that were all pretty reasonably priced. Everything in the store was another $20 off, and shout out to the people working here. They're absolutely really chill, which, you know, I always like to give flowers to good customer service. Next up was the Nike outlet, and man, this place was packed. The whole parking lot was pretty much chaos, but hopefully there was still good stuff inside. They had some Air Max Plus drifts, some Nike Dunk highs, and keep in mind everything on the wall was an additional 40% off. This green Airship colorway was fairly clean, and they had these golf black and yellow Air Jordan 1 highs. With that being said, almost all the Jordan 1s were on sale for $100 or less, which is pretty insane. They also had some Field General colorways. This was Nike's response to the Adidas Samba hype, and honestly, these are pretty much bricks. The Union pair does feature a really nice box though, so you can't go wrong with that. Had deals on Nike Tech fleeces, and they had these Nikes where if you're wearing baggy enough pants, people are not going to know that they're not the Air Jordan 4 Fire Red. A pair that I think is an absolute sleeper are these Awake NY Airship. They feature really nice materials and dope packaging as well. Next up is Plato's Closet, and quick spoiler, this is the only place I ended up picking up something, which we'll get to very soon. They had some Air Force Lows in this black and red colorway, some LeBrons, and most surprisingly of all, a nice pair of Timberlands. This is an all black colorway, and they were my size. They wanted $50 for them. Everything I believe was 25% off, which believe me, were really tempting. I wanted to pick them up, but to be honest, I don't need another pair of Timberlands in my collection. They had some cool foam posits in this camel colorway, and this Jordan Fusion model. I don't know the exact name of these, but they're not half bad. They also had some Nike Cortez in the Forrest Gump colorway. Those are all-time classics. I'm happy they're actually bringing the Cortez back. They also had some Concord Lows, but as you can see, these were absolutely run to the ground. Nice pair of Jordan 13s that were actually pretty cooked too. Here are the 11s that I got from Plato's Closet. As you can tell, the box is actually pretty beat up on it, but I think they're in really good condition. Let me get them out of the box. Here you are. This is the Jordan 11 right here, cap and gown. Man, these are a really nice looking pair of shoes. The materials on them are surprisingly really good. I compare them a lot to like the Cool Grays that released back in 2021, I believe they came out. And of course, the sole is yellowed out, but that's just something that happens with all these Jordan 11s. It's pretty inevitable, but when it comes to the patent leather, there's a couple scratches and a couple creases, but overall, not bad. For $38, you really can't go wrong with this. So far, so good. I mean, we haven't seen anything too crazy, but those Jordan 11s that I picked up from Plato's Closet are actually really heat for $38 with the box. Even though it's super beat, I still think we got a great deal on those. The Tims were cool. I was heavily considering getting them, but I really don't need another winter boot. But I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. If you are, make sure to leave a like, join our Discord. It's the first link down below. Of course, we had to check out some guitars and musical equipment while we were in the area, which is a huge passion of mine. I've been working on some music projects that I hopefully will share with you guys soon. Next up was the Juncture, a spot located in Joliet that sells vintage items. Didn't find anything for myself personally, so we keep moving on. At the Athlete's Foot, this is located in the Joliet Mall, and when I say they have the best selection out of anywhere, they truly do. Now, it's kind of a weird store where the prices aren't exactly retail. They're about like $20 higher, but they don't charge taxes on them. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but they did have some Nike Dunk Lows that I hadn't seen before, and a great selection of discount sneakers and Jordans as well. This is a really solid store if you have a sneakerhead in the family and you're trying to get them a gift. Next up is Out of Stock. They do have some used steals here that are actually worth picking up if they're your size. I really like these Jordan 5 Off-Whites. They had the Jordan 11 Jubilees and some Jordan 11 Gratitudes, which is still one of my favorite kicks. Some nice Jordan 12 models, and some Jordan 5s that I hadn't seen before. This is actually a pretty nice colorway. The Jordan 12 Playoff was super tempting. I was low-key wanting to pick them up. I popped into Foot Locker just to see what you get for retail, and honestly, it's the same old stuff here. JD Sports discount rack wasn't half bad. I found some Adidas models and some Nike Cortezes for around $50, some of them even being cheaper than that. A lot of sales on the Air Max Pluses and just Air Maxes in general. I don't think they're extremely popular like they used to be anymore. I know overseas people still love them though. They also had some 2002 Rs on sale, which is an insanely comfortable sneaker. I highly recommend them. It's cool seeing the Fear 4s still sitting and the Olive 9s. I'm a big fan of the Olive 9s, but I just don't think I could wear them in my personal rotation. They also had some Booker shoes on sale for $85, and the KD collab with Metro Boomin is also on sale. I was almost certain those were going to sell out, but I guess not. Fast forward to later that day, we're on the north side of Chicago. I was truly everywhere on this day to get more footage for you guys. You know, we had to check out 2nd Street, see what they had in store. Really loving the New Balance collabs as of late. They're really comfortable shoes and really nice colorways as well. They had some Jordan 5s in here and a wide selection of kicks, most of them being under $100. Only thing disappointing about 2nd Street was there was no noticeable additional discount for Black Friday, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. I would have loved that they would have slapped another 25% or so on them. Definitely would have picked up something if that was the case. Some nice Jordan 7 models in here. You don't see Jordan 7s that often. And they had some Asics Gel Kayano 14s. Next up was Buffalo Exchange, and to be honest, Buffalo has been extremely hit or miss as of late, and this time was definitely a swing and a miss. There's some Puma sneakers that were, kind of interesting. I don't know. I was just trying to grab anything to see anything noteworthy. I guess these Vapor Maxes weren't half bad, and we saw these Jordan 4 Winterize, which are still sitting here. They're missing part of the wing. That's why these aren't going to sell unless they put them for like 10 or $15, which is what they should be priced at regardless. Next up was round 2, and everything here was an additional 20% off, which is what I love to hear. They had some Jordan 13 playoffs for $150. I was pretty tempted by these. They also had the new All My Money Air Jordan 4s, which don't look half bad in person. They had some Run the Jewels Nike Dunk Low SBs. Those are awesome. I really wanted those when they came out, but I just don't see myself wearing them anymore. Overall, round 2 was pretty solid, but nothing extremely noteworthy. Next up is Crossroads. They always have reasonably priced kicks here, just nothing that was worth picking up, at least for me today. They had some Jordan 10 NYCs. I like these. These are a solid colorway, just not my size at all. They also had some Air Force One lows with an interesting blue gradient on them. Next up was St. Alfred. To take a look at some of the more boutique sneakers, they had some Asics Sky Hands. This is actually a nice silhouette. The Air Max 1 Sunder in the Gore-Tex colorway, those are absolute heat. You can definitely see why a lot of people are gravitating towards that silhouette. Super easy to wear and especially great for these winter months. I was waiting at the Half Evil line. It was pretty long, so I was like, you know what, let's go to Supreme, let's see if they have anything cool, and then we'll be right back. They did have the new Timberland collab. They still had these Nike Dunk Lows. These have been sitting for a minute, and it's just wild to see Nike Dunk Low SBs sitting in store and on the Nike website. This interesting fellow was dancing around, and I thought it was pretty funny, so I wanted to include it in the video. Not sure if he was under the influence or he was just enjoying his night. Either way, you do you, man. We finally made it into the Half Evil store. They were doing a collaboration with Juice WRLD, which, you know what, I was a big Juice WRLD fan. I still am a supporter of his music, so I decided to pick up this Legends Never Die tee. Everything was pretty reasonably priced in here, so I can't complain. Let me know if you guys heard about this collab or if you picked up any pieces from this event. Like always, everyone in here was really cool. That was a cool little pop-up. I ended up picking up one tee. It is cold out here, guys. It truly was super cold that day, so had to get a hot cocoa. It's mandatory. The following day, went over to Boneyard to see if they had anything decent, anything noteworthy. By this point, everything was kind of taken up that were deals, so a little late to the party. They did have some Raging Bull 5s. I think they wanted $100 for these. They're old, from 2008. They also had some old Air Jordan 4s. These aren't even worth copying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.